Yeah, he does. He can do that little trick where you lick your fingers and put it out with a candle. He can do that with any fire now. He can do it with his fist. So even if it's a huge hospital.
He licks them and
Musical Monday. Musical Monday.
Don't return to sender.
That hot fireman calendar. Ooh. Musical Monday.
Hello and welcome back to Musical Monday with Zach and Shae at ImprovBroadway. I'm Zach.
I'm Shae.
And we're at ImprovBroadway. And joined with us is the hottest man tickler of the keys that I know, Caleb on the keys. Shae, what is your favorite part of the male body?
I plead the fifth.
Plead the fifth?
Part of the body.
Let's see. Foot.
Let's see.
Shin.
Hand is
left
first. This is 2, 3, 4.
Foot, knee.
Foot, knee. Fill in the blank.
Fill in the blank, baby.
What's the median of both your knees and both your feet?
Head, shoulder, belly button, hips.
Crotch
area. General crotch area.
Head, belly button, toes, and crotch. Shae,
That's a kid song.
That's
Not
a
anymore.
church kid
Pervert.
song. You pervert.
You pervert.
Both perverts.
Well, Shae, of course, the best party of the human male body, of course, is all of it. Is all of it in perfect unison and symphony with each other, which is something that we often see from firemen posing for sexy fireman calendars.
You'll often see their full body.
Their full body.
Full body scorched
Scorched.
from fire.
Yeah. There are a couple different ways you can go with the fireman calendar. One, classic, sexy abs, pecs, doing this, leaning down, little old ladies swinging themselves. The other one is, this is what we'll look like if we don't get proper funding. And it's just burnt corpses.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
And those ones don't do as well.
Not as sexy.
And this musical is not about the sad, burned fireman. Although, I will tell a quick story about a fireman story that I saw with my ex-father-in-law. He took me to the movie. It was one of those, like, indie movies where they're like, oh, this is, like, got some pretty good actors in it, but it doesn't have, like, a wide release. Yeah. A phenomenal story, beautiful story about this little fireman team who wanted to be, like, in the national, federal, like, fire rescue.
They wanted to go to regionals.
They wanted to go to regionals, and they'd taken state, and they thought they could do more. Yeah. But anyway, this is, like, this whole journey, and they finally make it, and guess what happened in the end?
What?
They all burned to death.
Oh, sad.
And it's a true story, and it's very sad. And so you're just like, yeah, this is a horrifying profession. They are in real danger and will die.
Almost every movie about a true story, you can pretty much guarantee the end will be devastating.
Yes.
There are so few movies that's like, this is based on real life. And you're like, oh my God, they're so happy.
Yeah.
It's always like, they lost 12 of their family members and they live in PTSD forever. Yeah. It's just like,
but the
sad.
silver lining at the end is the town came together and swore to never let it happen again.
And swore a fireman.
Anyway, let's dive right into the story.
Okay.
This is a story about a fighting station who is trying to raise money for their new fire truck so they can put out fires in their small town.
Yeah.
Problem is, none of them have sexy bodies. They all have normal, average Zach bodies. And that's what the playwright called it. Not too bad, not too great. If you look at him, you'd go, a little bit older, but he's okay.
Well, why don't we take that to a vote?
Everyone in this room.
Why don't we vote on if Zach's body is above a 7?
Above a 7.
Okay.
Greater or lower?
7 out of
Price is
10.
right rules.
Here, okay.
Above or below? Above a 7, raise your hand.
What if I leave my hands right here?
That's
but raise
neutral.
My
you don't count. And from none of our producers, Shae, looks like I win. Tell him what I win, Shae.
Well, Zach, it's
You
at
win.
least it's at a 7. It's not like above or below. It's just a 7.
Shae's still wrong.
You win.
To be
low
fair.
self-esteem.
Oh, self-esteem. The gift I'll take forever.
I saw Zach's body in the ocean several years ago, and it was really good. I just don't know what it's like now.
Back then, although debatable. But anyway, I would be the buff one
Yeah,
in this group.
of
I
course,
would be
yeah.
the like, how do you do it? How do you keep up with your figure, my boy?
They would just fawn over you, and they would just poke the indents in your abs, and they would say,
And I would say, that's my belly button, but thanks.
and they would say, I can't even tell the difference. I'm crazy.
Yeah, they're sort of like dad bod flabby and also a little insane.
Well, they're just cuckoo nuts.
Cuckoo guys. They're
Cuckoo
nice
for
guys.
Cocoa Puffs.
And they love their job. They just have to raise money
They
from
need a fire truck. They just been
Yeah.
using those pole wagons, those
Yeah.
red wagons.
Yeah.
Like, have them pulled by dogs. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of
goats
those
and
guys
stuff.
is in those little like red and yellow, like you move your feet at the bottom. You had to try to get there.
But in this song, for some reason, when they rescue this retirement home,
They rescue an entire
a burning retirement home,
Yeah.
the men and women in that retirement home just go bananas for these men, and they're like they're just grabbing whatever they
Groping.
can grab, and they're saying, woo wee, I'd like to take you to the jamboree in
They were actually quite
1970.
difficult to save because they kept assaulting them. They're like, I'm going to put you back in the flames.
They kept dragging them back to their bed, and they're like, no, Linda, it's on fire.
Ruth, now's not the time.
Carol!
It's hot in here.
Carol, it's not safe. You're looking smoky. Carol, please, you can't breathe.
Just one breathful will kill you, as the show Us taught you nothing.
And so in this song,
Is it This Is Us? Sorry, I feel like someone's gonna be mad at me.
What?
The show with Mandy Moore and Milo from Heroes.
Oh,
Is it
This Is Us?
yeah.
I don't know. I haven't
Spoiler
seen
alerts.
it.
He
I
dies
don't know
from inhaling
But I used to
smoke.
have an enormous crush on Mandy Moore.
Me too. My number one from A Walk to Remember.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
Take my hand.
Hi, this is Ethan, the audio engineer of Musical Monday. Upon doing research while editing this episode, I found out that the musical writers were sued into oblivion, thus making this musical a lost one. In order to keep this episode up on YouTube, we will have this song muted.
And that was actually the opening song of this
Yeah.
musical that we just sang.
Yeah.
So crazy they got the rights from that. But yeah, we see, and so this song of this active fire scene.
Yeah.
Bringing out these horny geriatrics.
Yeah. And it's so crazy that they accidentally make a somewhat insensitive pun, as firemen are like to do.
Are we gonna hear it now or
'cause
in the song?
In the song, it's called "Bring Out the Hose," like a water hose.
An accidental
pun, because they're like,
Yes.
we gotta bring out the hose for the water, but then meanwhile,
all the
oh, and they say, oh no, I forgot, it's called "Bring Out the Older Hose," because their hose
their new hose
is broken.
broken. Their older hose. And so the older women are like, now's our time to shine. So this
For a while,
song,
they thought that they weren't going to rescue the oldest of the people that were in the retirement home.
Yeah.
Of course, they were wrong about that. Why? I mean, no.
yeah.
Yeah.
But so these randy octogenarians come out with a backdrop of flames trying to seduce these men just trying to do their job. And this song, Bring Out the Older Hose.
Oh, my brassiere.
Time to put on these leggings.
This nightgown has it's seen better days.
Grinda, did you hear what they said? Bring out the older hose.
Bring out the older hose. Those fireman bros, they want the older hose.
Bring out the older hose. Bring out the older hose. I think I can give them what they need. This building ain't the only thing that's hot. Look at my arms, they're saggy and soft. Why don't you take a grab, take a bag, throw me in, make me head the way that you like. Oh yeah. Ooh.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, my bag.
Crack! I'm back.
Oh, you can come and take a bite out of us. Don't mind that crunchy arthritis. All I want is a deep embrace. I don't care if I've got smoke asphyxiation.
You don't have to be gentle, don't worry about harm, 'cause this spice I'm about to give you is a 7 alarm.
Bring out the hose.
Bring out the older hose.
Yeah, bring out the older hose.
These sweet firemen bros. Bring out the older hose. Bring out the older hose.
Bring out the older hose. Older hose. Yeah, we are the older hose.
Some people say calling us hoes might be diminutive, but I wanna see a fireman and then I wanna give some smooches and hugs. No time for shrugs. I am confident in my body now that I look like a bug.
Ooh, come here, fireman. I need a little saving. This guy's hotter than Ronald Reagan. Come on and give me a piece of that smoked meat. Ooh, that thick leg is the turkey that I need.
Are these hot flashes or am I just excited to see ya? Are these hot flashes or am I just excited to see ya?
If you don't get groovy with me, then that will be your loss. I'm the hottest thing since menopause.
Bring out the older hose. Bring out the older hose. Take off all my clothes. These are the older hose. Bring out the older hose. Bring out the older hose. You gotta bring.
My pantyhose. My kidneys! Oh, my kidneys!
Tell Richard I love him!
Oh, tell Richard he wasn't good enough!
Oh, we both married Richard!
We all married Richard!
Ah, this is a polygamous compound!
No, they're separate Richards!
Okay! And those women just lose it after inhaling all that smoke, but the firemen were please. And oh my gosh, things turned to worse for them because not only did they have a dilapidated building that needs monies to restore it, but they're also receiving many wrongful death lawsuits from Richards who are suing the fire department for the deaths of their randy wives.
I forgot they all died.
They all died.
They don't.
As true stories often.
Oh, yeah, because this is a true story.
True story.
A true story of the town of Richards.
Richardsville.
Is the subtitle for this.
Yes.
Richardsville. Which is an oxymoron or ironic, I can't remember which, because all of the Richards were poorards.
Yeah.
There was, if you were a man, you were either named Richard or Poorard.
Poorard. And all the firefighters were named Poorard.
Oh, no. I feel like we'll regret that, but yeah.
I think it was a generational thing. Everyone born after like 1976, they just started calling him Poorard.
Yeah.
Because there were so many Richards already.
And the
Yeah.
nickname for Richard is Dick.
Right.
And the nickname for Poorer is... I mean, it's just a different time. It's just a different time. Oh my God. Is this a different time?
It's the same amount of shocking, and it's the same amount of related
And it's the
to that
same
name.
amount of
No,
cultural
hear me out.
context.
Hear me out.
Yeah, it's just...
It makes no sense for
Makes no
Richard
sense.
to be called Dick.
And-
it makes the same amount of sense.
And
that Poorard would
definitely
make.
the nickname Dick didn't evolve into another word, and we're taking another word and retrograding it to mean that other one.
It was a different time.
It was a different time.
We've just heard less about the Poorard and
Yeah.
the aforementioned nickname.
which shan't be mentioned again. Just because we don't need to. We get it. We understand. We understand. And one porward in particular decides to take matters into his own hands.
Porward Paulson.
Porward
Paulson goes by Paul.
Goes by Paul.
Because there's so many
Paulson goes by
porwards.
Paul. He decides to single-handedly get jacked. And so he goes to the...
Porward Paulson gets jacked.
Porward Paulson, known as Paul, gets jacked.
Changes his name to Jack.
After he's jacked, he introduces a new category of man, jacked. But he goes to the gruffest, grittiest trainer and does the rockiest type montage where he gets ripped so that he can individually do the sexy fireman calendar.
Okay, so in this song, it's basically an attempt at a motivational song like Eye of the Tiger or whatever song they play in the Goofy movie when he's getting ready to go
This is
to
the
college.
training montage song
Yeah.
between the gruff trainer and the hot young...
But it's not sung by them. This is like a background.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. In a musical, that'd be crazy. Them running upstairs and punching cow ribs, singing, that'd be wild.
Yeah.
And of course, this is where we hear the 80s hair metal band sing this classic pump-up song.
Yeah.
Don't be a porward. The cheetah runs fast, the bear's claws extend, and you must run faster, my friend, oh my friend. You must go to the top, to the tippity top of the mountain top.
An avalanche falls, but you get through it. Nothing to do but Nike, just do it. Motivation, inspiration, you must push on.
Punch through some drywall, then snap a 2x4 on your knee. Then drink 83 eggs before breakfast time when you run 12 miles. Don't be a porward. Don't be a porward. Don't be a porward. It's time to get jacked.
Watch those pecs get bigger and bigger. Watch those calves get thicker and thicker. Watch those Adam's apples go up and down as you're swallowing those big, weird liquid eggs.
Punch a bald eagle straight in the chin. Crack Satan's back, tell him not to sin. Then run to Puerto Rico and get yourself 50 more eggs.
Run across the whole entire earth like a freak. Punch your fists into Chris Hemsworth's cheeks. Make sure he knows that you've got the beef. And you're ready to take on the porward.
Don't be a porward, oh no.
Don't
be a porward. Don't be a porward. Then it's time for crunches, 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 crunches.
Oh, cramp! Oh, cramp! Don't do that, cramp, Dad!
Side plank, side plank, side plank. Get yourself a 4-pack, then a 6-pack, then an 8-pack, then a 12-pack, then a 16-pack, then a 20-pack, until your whole body's made of abs.
Don't be a porward!
Don't be a porward!
Don't be a porward!
Don't be a porward!
Don't be a porward! Don't be a porward!
Oh my gosh. And the actor was doing punches so fast that it made the air around his fist catch fire.
Which is so cool because he's a fireman, so then he had to put the fire
put him
out.
out.
Yeah.
And he's so good at putting fire out.
Ooh, yeah.
He's just like done.
Oh, yeah.
I got 2 friends for you. It's called Light and Douse.
Yeah, and yeah, he can do that little trick where you lick your fingers and put it out with a candle. He can do that with any fire now. he can do it with his fist. So even if it's a huge hospital,
He licks them and just... He becomes incredible, a nationwide sensation.
all around the world. And this is the new Elvis. Now it's not just geriatrics that want him on the mattress.
It's middle-aged women.
It's middle-aged
Jack
women.
in parentheses, Flamey Knuckles, go put the fire out.
Yeah, he hasn't reached the 30 and under demographic yet.
Yeah. But he's like mostly on Facebook, and so...
Yeah, it's really a matter of platform.
So
like maybe if you branch it out.
When we say it's a different time, we mean 2010. But,
which was very long ago.
So long for me. Oh my gosh. But unfortunately, this musical has a sad ending.
Of course it does. It's based on real life.
Based on real life. Because as he's going out putting fires out in the world, inside of the still dilapidated firehouse is an electrical fire. Someone left the George Foreman on. And he gets the call. Firehouse is burning down. You better get there quick. And he runs, tries to go through the front door to put down the internal fire. Muscle's too big. And so he has to be lodged with his pecs inside the doorframe as he watches his old, dad-bodied, Zach-style friends say their last goodbyes.
Yeah. And the only person who can comfort him is his 90-year-old girlfriend. Who he has come to love
For her personality.
For her personality and her looks.
She's great.
smoking hot.
She's got a banging personality.
How ironic that he scorned the elderly only to fall in love with one.
Only to fall in love, and he loves her traditional ways.
She's very conservative.
No, I just
Old-fashioned.
mean well, yeah, but that could be taken in any way.
Of course, depending on the culture, of course. And she only calls him by his nickname.
Which someone says very new fashion.
But she insists, you took that word from us. It used to mean something different to me. So he's lodged in the door, and he's seeing his friends burn. And
Just to be clear, his nickname is a euphemism for what we know.
For what we know.
We've discussed it.
Yeah, poor
Just
word.
saying.
Well, his name's now Jack. And so and we all know what's short for Jack.
Right.
Ding dong.
Large length.
Large length used to mean something different before your new generation took it from us.
So yeah.
So let's continue.
Let's see it.
So
He's lodged in the door. His friends are burning down. His girlfriend's behind him saying, "No worries, babe. We got this."
No worries, long leg.
In this song, Old Flame.
Patterson. Richards. Jim Bees. I let you down.
Ashes to ashes and coal to dust. Sometimes you have to watch your friends combust. Tears to tears and sweat to sweat. The rest of your life hasn't happened yet. So don't give up that sweet little glint in your pecs. Old flame, you cannot put your smoking body to the blame. They're old flames, they're now old flames, and you can't put that big hulking body to blame.
You're getting so burned up. It it's hard to distinguish. You think that trained firemen would be more trained on how to extinguish. This is so hard, jippies. This I freaking hate. Stuck in here in the doorframe, watching my friends incinerate. But now you're old flames, time to make room for new. Got my girlfriend Sally, who looks so freaking cool.
I know that this event is tearing and eating at your soul. So why not to distract you? Watch both of us work this fireman's pole.
Well, I suppose that it could be fun. It's sure getting hot in here. I think it's almost like Fahrenheit 451.
I know things are getting testy. I just want you to stay calm. Let me smother you and comfort you in my Relief Society arms.
Oh, it's so hard to watch you in your living cremation. Oh shoot, did someone remember to let out Spot our Dalmatian? Woof, woof, no! The dog's working the pole as well.
I wish you would get a different pole.
Oh, well.
Old flame,
You are my old flames. You are my old flames.
don't leave yourself
I'll
to
never leave
blame.
myself to
We're
blame.
just
looking at some old flames.
Don't let yourself be blamed for these old flames.
The flames are going out, now I'm starting to see dark. I now need to fan this new spark. Sally,
Let's make a new flame. Forget these old flames. Let's make a new flame today.
you never told me what your ex-husband's name was.
Richard.
Sounds like a real. Let's get out of here. A goofy ending to an otherwise devastating song.
Wow. That was one of those where you're just like, are they gonna keep making jokes about people burning in
Surely
the fire?
there
Yeah,
are
well, they do.
only
If you read the
so-
epilogue, it's terrible.
Yeah.
There are only so many synonyms for immolation.
Yeah, did he really have to say incineration? Did she have to say combust?
Did he have to say live cremation? Horrid.
Yeah.
But not as horrid as what we're about to do now. Just
Well,
ending today's musical.
maybe a little
The
bit.
worst thing that could happen to anyone is not being able to watch this episode anymore.
Maybe not the worst.
Hug your loved ones close, because you never know when your next Musical Monday episode's gonna end. But we hope that you'll return like the phoenix from the ashes next week with us.
Rise!
Rise!
Rise to see Musical Monday! The smoke cannot contain you now!
The flame can't lick me again! What a theme change.
I think it was just really so they could get
God.
away with the new season.
Yeah.
Yeah.